Okay, we're good.
Are we doing Wednesday's games?
We're gonna. This one is Wednesday's games. And then we're gonna go one over Tuesday.
All right.
Falco's fine. We'll do one more for Wednesday.
Yep. So, the scrim already starts. There's no waiting time because it's a scrim. Let's see here. So, we're running Baldiva, Tracer Sombra, Brig Sen. Okay, so we're just playing the OWL comp.
Yep.
Dang. Intense stuff, requires super high mechanics and stuff. So, let's see how it all rolls out. For like usually teams like that you're going to be playing against in like this rating range are going to play compositions like Double Shield, and they'll have the correct characters, except they're playing Widowmaker instead of Soldier. Soldier's way better than Widow right now.
Yo, is this the match you were telling me about, Raj?
I think it is.
Alright, so Falco, just so you know, that Widow is a Master's Widow.
Okay.
That is being investigated for cheating.
Okay.
So
I reviewed the games myself, and he wasn't cheating. He's just masters. Like no other way to put it.
Bro, man abused me for 20 minutes.
So
yeah.
Just keep that in mind. Like they kind of had to deal with a Master's Widow, which kind of sucks ass.
Yeah. Because of that, like, I could tell you like the ins and outs of how to play against super high level Widowmakers, but like, you're not going to be running into super high level Widowmakers very often, so it's probably going to be a better use of my time to talk about the other ways that you guys can get value, which will be a lot more applicable to you. So that's what I'll probably do. It's kind of interesting to see teams like the ones you're playing against set up in like pretty decent ways and then instantly start making positional mistakes, which goes to show that they don't actually understand the team comp that they're playing. It's just great. Like, why is there Rissa right here?
No, my question is why she put the shield over there, then plays there.
Exactly. She shouldn't be there in the first place, let alone commit a shield to it, let alone not use the shield and then fortify like 10 seconds too early. I love it. This is the type of stuff we're playing against. Okay, so in general, like against Double Shield, like you want to set up a surrounding fire. So this is good. We have our Brig Zen playing in proper position. We have a Sombra in a pretty good position. We can afford to put our Sombra to get closer up. Ball's in a good position. Tracer's in a good position. I'd say Diva's the only one in a bad position. Against Double Shield, the Double Shield comp holds one angle very powerfully, and this comp that we're playing holds every single angle, but like not super strong. You only put 1 to 2 players in each angle, so you just allow every single angle to be poked and prodded until something gives on their team, and then like everything collapses. Like all you need to do as Diva here is literally just sit in AFK and wait for your team to do something, and if they end up like completely backing off, then you can come up. You just have to let things go. Good they don't do Mecha or Diva. See how like their Hanzo is like flicking around, doesn't know what to do. We're getting huge value here. Yeah. Oh, I don't see anything wrong so far. Just looking at the positioning. Yeah, we're just playing better than them. We're just playing bad. Good, go hard on that Widow. Yeah, I see nothing wrong so far. Just looking at the positioning. Let's keep watching until things go wrong a little bit. Mess up the grapple. Nice. So already, if you guys wanted to be playing like more advanced, you see them on this high ground. We already know like we've won the team fight, and they're not going to be touching. So before the payload even caps, like our Sombra and our Tracers should be going underneath and trying to set up far behind them and like set up angles. Like we have our ball going around left side, and we want to like looking from above. You want to have players here, here, and here. You want to like be surrounding them from the get-go. Teams usually don't set up right here. It's too far forward, especially against our team comp. Usually they sit farther back so they can buy more time before the enemies like can get to them. The enemies, if they wanted to flank them, would have to go all the way underneath and all the way around. And at that point, they still have to cross this part if everyone's set up right here. So it's what they're doing is really bad. We can punish it. Oh, Raijin almost wins that 1v1. Or Raijin, sorry. Nice, wins. Yeah, they're just playing badly. Good minds. Honestly, I haven't seen anything bad from any of you guys yet, so. Other than, like, not going a little harder when you can get away with it.
To be fair, we had one person on an off roll and one person subbing in, so.
Wait,
no
one was off roll. We found the ringer in time, so. Vakari, our diva is a ringer.
Okay. So, sorry, we have a sub then.
Yeah.
Yep, just rolling through.
And this is where things start getting a little hairy.
Understandably. Why, like, if you guys could guess, would things go hairy on this point? Like, if you guys, like strategically, like, why is this part worse for our comp than the last point was? Like, the last point is,
Yeah, it's hard to flank around, and they're able to just hold one angle. And,
and they're also... Also, if they
to
hold the high ground, they literally see every single angle. Is pretty much the bigger issue. You can't approach from top right since they're literally going to be blasting that corridor. If you try and go far right underneath, they're going to see you as you approach. If you try and go bottom left, well, they're going to see you at the backside, and you can't really dive them super easily from there. It takes a long time to set up.
Yeah, it's much more difficult to set up in this type of scenario. I changed her if she wanted to like set up in here, she'd have to use all 3 of her blinks and then maybe not make it, which is like super annoying, and then have to recall back. Our ball like would take a ton of damage rolling through. Our Sombra can sneak by, but she can only make so much space by herself. Like she can maybe attract 1, 2, or maybe even 3 players if she's like is sitting right here and shooting. But she can only do that for a couple seconds before they either chase her and kill her, or she translocates out, and then they can just switch their attention back to the front line. It's really hard to play here. Surprising that we get that kill. Huge play. Now we're using our ult advantage to to beat this hard point. It's a shame that we have to use mines as well, but mines build quickly. It's like not that big a deal, honestly. Not at all, actually. Good hack on the Mega. Our Diva's getting high ground, which is awesome. Oops. Wait, so let's see where things got wrong. Yeah, unfortunate.
It's really bad on defense, not so much attack.
Yeah, attack is just Final Four Junkertown. It just happens, but attack is for defense is where we start falling apart.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep playing. Sorry for being silent. This is just
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
You're you're looking.
There's not much to like talk about so far. Like, I wouldn't really call anything of what you're doing mistakes. So look at how badly they're playing here. They're all playing low ground, and they're all playing together. That's not what you want to do. And they're playing. I didn't even notice that they're playing Diva instead of Orisa, which is better for them. But like, usually you want to switch your Sigma and not your Diva. I mean, not your Orisa. This is gonna be good for us. We can play like people right here, and we don't even. Oh, I forgot to hide chat. We can play people right here, and we don't even need to peek them and shoot them. Just the threat of standing right here is going to cause them to like play scared and reposition. We can play people right here, and we can play like maybe just our Zen on point and keep our brick on high ground. And we will win over time just by like poking a little bit and then like re-healing, poking a little bit and then re-healing. They can't do anything to us because we have the high ground control. All of them should be playing on high ground, basically. And then anyone who tries to contest us, we just kill like that Hanzo. Oh, we shouldn't go in like that. That's our mistake. Yeah, when they're all playing low ground like this, we have such a high advantage. We're going to win the fight no matter what if we hold that advantage. The fight might last like a minute 30, but it'll be a one fight. And since we have so much time on the on our time bank, it's totally worth it to take that minute 30 long fight. I think we just get a little bit too hasty here. Like, you can take a fight that has like a 90% win rate and it'll take a minute 30, or a team fight that has like a 50% win rate and it would take only 30 seconds. I would take the minute 30 like any day of the week. You just like play slower here on the high ground. This is really good. The mistake here would be to instantly push in on them and like try to push this numbers advantage more than we need to, because then that gives them chances to get kills back.
We should just hold the high even with numbers advantage.
Like, none of the value except for a wrecking ball. Like, none of the value that we get like is value that couldn't have been gotten from the high ground. Or if we're like we EMP'd when we didn't have any damage with us, unfortunately. I don't know, like, wait, what happened to our tracer? I didn't even see.
I think I just got bombed.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
blinked
I
into
did a
a
bad
ran
one.
swinging. Yeah, like if we are holding this high ground advantage with like man advantage and they start to rotate out, then you can sort of drop and like poke them and like kite them. Our team comp doesn't have very high damage at all. It doesn't have very high like healing either. So we need to play very slowly. We have to win. We have to chip them down, and unless they're out of position, we kill things that are like, if things are isolated, we can kill them very easily. If they're playing together in a group, it's very difficult for us. So a team of 5 players who are grouped together on their team will beat our full team of 6 if we just press W onto them because of the team comp that they're playing. So we need to always hold that advantage. Our advantage is that we are way more mobile than them. Like, we have Ball Diva, Tracer Sombra. We are so much more mobile than them, and we can put our damage where we want to. So we need to hold like angles, and like if they're playing back, like our Tracer should always sit around like 10 meters away, unless she sees like a free kill. She can blink in and like melee, or blink in and pulse bomb and then recall out. Our Sombra can like do like get little hacks on their Reinhardt or their Diva just to get spam damage and build up an EMP. EMP is the win condition. It's not getting kills and cleaning up. And then we use our rally when we're down. This is a bad play. Yeah, we use our ults really badly there. We got no value out of
Hey,
VMP and no value out
I
of
think
rally.
we wanted to swap to Brawl. That was
Okay.
cool.
If you guys are more comfortable on Brawl, then yeah, that's definitely the switch.
That was the call after the Brigade ulted, though.
Yeah.
Just to
that's fine.
clarify.
Oh, okay. How does our BAP die?
The diva goes on them and nothing was called.
Unlucky. Unlucky. We're definitely the better rush team than them. This is still 1. I don't like that pin, but
I was trying to catch the Hanzo. He jumped out of the, to the side there.
unlucky. I like the attempt for the pin and the shutter. They're rallying, so it's basically 1 for them for free. We're getting our spawns back though.
Well.
Yeah. This is probably
They
lost.
have wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, picks. Oh, they're playing out of position. Winnable. Huge beat. Winnable. Winnable still.
Oh, okay. If I know that their Tracer has pulse,
Yeah.
Do not high noon.
don't high noon. Well, the thing is, how do I say this? I didn't see the Tracer like until after I high noon. But should I like immediately want to see the Tracer, so I just cancel and just like try my best to dodge the pulse?
Yeah. As soon as you see a tracer as you're high nooning, you should cancel your ult.
Isn't High Noon like one of the least valuable ults in the game?
I wouldn't say so.
Like-
I mean,
like not
I like it
like
for
complete
space.
dog, but like
Yeah, I like it for space. That's in my opinion. That's what I like using it for. Not picks.
yeah. But as soon as the
Space.
tracers come in, the space is gone. There's no point, kind of thing, right? So that, like you can drop it at that point.
I would say high noon can either be used to zone, or it can give value. It's just, I would say it's the ult that is least likely to get its intended value from the developers. Like it's
Yes,
not like
yes.
it doesn't get what it was like the developers is like originally designed it to do. But getting a quick reload is really handy, and also like
Did
zoning
someone
is
say
really good.
fan roll, fan ult, fan?
It's so annoying. Like that's a very viable play. Like that's actually like just as good as like grabbing 6 in a lot of scenarios. Like being able to fan that one more time so you kill their tank and then you snowball the team fight. Like it's so it's like that's a huge play. I wouldn't say the high noon's like useless, and I don't think you should think about it that way. But yeah, it doesn't always get its intended value.
More so, I guess what I'm meaning is like if you had the option between staying alive or getting like 1 or 2 picks with that ult, like it's not going to be worth it to like keep trying to do that ult. You're better off like hard
it's
resetting
risky.
with
Too
and
risky.
dropping it. Yeah.
So we're playing Creme, and they're playing Reaper Tracer. So yeah, we just press W on them and we'll win, but we don't press W altogether. Our Diva's worried about the Tracer when this is hard. This is the hard part about playing Rush in this meta, is if they have a Reaper, like they it's much more valuable for our Diva, at least 90% of the time, to just matrix our Ryan so he can swing aggressively onto the enemy Ryan, as opposed to like peeling the Tracer. But if they don't have a Reaper, then Tracer is 100% the correct pick. This is just like comes down to unfortunate knowledge gap, and that's why like comps like Rush I think are too complicated. They're like you don't see teams playing like solid Rush until like 4.2k like in scrims, so it's unfortunate.
I think your point is even more highlighted though, because we have a McCree. The McCree realistically should be sticking back for the Tracer to be able to keep her out. That way the Diva can help focus on keeping the Rhine pushing forward, kind of thing.
Exactly.
At least in my.
Unfortunately, they just drag us out. So I think that our strength as a team, it looks like individual like playmaking. And that's huge. That's really, really huge. I think that, like, from what I've seen of your rush so far, it's actually not bad. But, like, it doesn't play to our strengths as a team. I think, like, our team coordination isn't as good as our individual playmaking. Now, you could take that one of two ways. You could say, okay, we need to improve our team coordination. Or you could say, okay, we just need to play to our strengths and improve as individuals. And if it's the latter, I would that's what I think would be healthier for you guys. I think that the best thing for you right now is for all of you guys just to gain SR. I think that you guys need to use this like team environment as like a glorified ranked game. Or like you should think of your scrims as like a safe space to try out things that you're afraid to try in ranked, but still play it like experimentally. And don't worry too much about making mistakes. That would be the healthiest thing for you guys in your guys' like in this step of your guys' journey in Overwatch. I think that I've coached a lot of plat teams, and I think that the biggest mistake I've seen plat teams make is they play rush and they have a ton of fun like working together in a way that they've never been able to do in a ranked game, and they have a ton of fun with it. And then they just keep on working on their team synergy, and they never gain SR, and they stay plat forever. And I'm like, the whole point of you joining a team was to learn Overwatch and to become a better player. And technically you're doing that, but your individual skills are not improving, so therefore you're not gaining any SR. And you're just staying where you're at. And if you really wanted to get really good at team coordination, like you're going to have better individual mechanics. And you're going to have to play with teams or play with teammates that also have really good mechanics and really good positioning to really understand the game. So I'd rather you guys just play like the ball comp 24/7 and just work on your individual like aim and your mechanics and positioning, and then be able to have 6 players on your team who are all carrying, as opposed to six like one team carrying like each other, if that makes sense. Like, that's a weird way of saying it, but I think it'd be better for you guys to stick on the ball comp and just work on that.
Happy to hear that.
Make it so that way your one person can carry the team if someone else screws up, but if you have the synergy only, you can, like, if one person screws up, everyone dies, kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, with the ball comp, like, mistakes are way less, like, tragic. We lost that fight on Rush because our diva was, like, paying attention the wrong way, and then everyone lost because of it. And it feels really good when everyone's on the same page and everyone's using their cooldowns correctly, because that's an experience that you'll never have in your ranked games at this SR. But you can either take the shortcut of just playing scrims and just playing Rush with players that are willing to use your cooldowns the correct way, or you can do it the hard way, and in my opinion the better way, of just getting good and climbing the SR rating until you play with players that know how to do that. But that's a whole different can of worms, and that's just my opinion. I prioritize SR. I think SR is like the most impressive thing to me personally. So if you guys aren't really try-harding, and not all of you guys want to be top 500 pro players or whatever, then this is definitely the environment to be having fun on Overwatch. And I don't want to make this more try-hardy than it needs to be. I guess I should have asked that to you guys before I started, because I did a whole VOD review like the other day with a Lucio player, and I was like telling him how to super try hard, and he was like, I'm just kind of a casual player, man. And I'm like, oh dang, my bad. Like, I was just talking for 30 minutes about how to ult track and stuff when that's not even relevant to you. How do you guys feel about the game? Are you guys like, are you guys all trying to be...
In my all sense, I would love to hit jam. Maybe play for contenders.
That'd be sick.
Obviously, and end goal, out.
Mhm.
But
Personally,
Yeah, go ahead.
personally for me, I just want to get better. I don't really have a goal. I'm
just
a
like the
casual,
improvement?
sweaty player. That makes sense.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
honestly, my goal is that every time this fool silent comes at me with Tracer, I just absolutely body him. That's really my goal. That's all I want. I want
Alright.
that feeling.
I come from like playing League and stuff like that, so for me it's I'm just trying to learn the different aspects of the game and trying to apply the general game sense that I have gained from League towards Overwatch and seeing where I can go with that kind of thing.
Okay, interesting. I think that the road that I went when I learned all of this really like intense like top tier strategy stuff, and I got to the point where if I needed to I could coach like 4.5 KSR teams, but I was like 2.8 KSR and I was like hard stuck, and because I like understood like the wide like team aspect stuff, and I was spending a ton of time learning that stuff, and I was technically improving. So if I was ever a 4.3k player, I would get to 4.5k really easily, but I was skipping all the stuff that would get me to 4.3. And looking back on it, I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not just playing the game more instead of watching all these scrims and looking at the game that way. I was having less fun than I was playing the game, but I was like, no, I just need to study the game and I'll get better, and I didn't. So I think that like I don't want you guys to make the same mistake I did, if that makes sense. Like, you should have fun when you're playing the game. Like, don't ever play the game in a way that makes you not have fun. And I think it's most fun for most players to feel like they're carrying the game instead of being frustrated with your teammates and losing because of something that you can't control. Yeah, we're just dominating here. Unlucky. So, I've seen you guys play like 3 different comps here. Do you guys try to play like 3 different comps, or do you not have like a set one?
Well, we don't play a specific comp like throughout the entire scrim. It really depends on the map if we're attacking or defending.
We try to play counter to what needs to be done and based off of the map pick. So if it's like, for example, start of the map, we'll pick based off of what we think. Like, for example, on defense, we started with double shield just because we think that's ideal for Junkertown start kind of thing. And then for attack, we played ball comp because you want to go in and get on the people in the back line, abuse the many angles that you have, especially for the first 2 points. But third point, like you mentioned, is harder, so we swapped to brawl as soon as we kind of hit that rut where we're not getting any more value out of having these characters and these ult charges that we had at the time kind of thing. I think the other main one that we play is Double Bubble, which actually I do want to watch that one at one point just because I want a rundown of how Double Bubble is supposed to work from like a high level perspective, but that's besides the point.
I'd say our bread and butter is Double Bubble and ball comp.
I think that
I personally don't think you guys should be playing Double Bubble. It's kind of a dead comp, but that's just me.
Yeah. Double Bubble is really good to know the fundamentals of because it helps you like understand the game really well, but it's not a competitive comp right now. Unfortunately, like what it all comes down to is like you guys are learning these like basics on all these different like team comps and you're spreading yourselves so thin. I would honestly think that it'd be better for your guys' improvement, or at least SR at the in the long term, for all of you guys to be just one tricking a character. Like if you were playing like Ryan Hog, Torb, Sim, Mercy, Zen, every single. I mean, that's a terrible team comp if you're in GM. But if all you guys are one tricks and all of you guys are just having fun, like you will gain SR faster than these teams that are trying to learn how to play Rush and trying to learn how to play Double Bubble when they're only like a 2.6k average team. I don't know if you guys have heard of Clockwork Vendetta, but they were a contenders team. Like they weren't meant to be a contenders team. They were a bunch of GM like one tricks in ranked, Like they all like were on each other's friends list because everyone would get flamed for being an Orisa one trick or a Torb one trick or a Doomfist one trick, and they all got together and they said, "Do you guys just want to play an open division and see how far we get?" And they got to contenders. Like they rolled.
That's like what is it? Like a collegiate, basically, right? Like preamble to being able to go into the OWL.
Yeah. So
like
the way it works,
the LCS
is,
equivalent.
Yeah. So the way it works is there's the open division, which anyone can enter. I played in open division when I was in plat, so like, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, anyone can. It's open, and then the top like 4 teams in open division like have like a trial to go into contenders, and contenders is like the minor league, and players who are really popping off in contenders get scouted for OWL teams, and often there's like sister teams or like
academy stuff.
There's academy. Yeah, exactly. There's a Boston Uprising Academy. There's a like.
Yeah, I was always wondering that because I was come from the league scene and like in league there's the academy teams and then they get pulled up if something happens to their starting roster.
Yeah,
but I never knew about how.
There is academy teams.
I think
yeah, go ahead.
I was sorry. I was just gonna say. I think the biggest, the weirdest difference between it, like from the academies and all that jazz, from League to Overwatch, has been that like. In League, it's all brands. That's why you have the academies. It's because they're building their brand, and that's how they pull their recruitment. But with Overwatch, it's like really weird in sport, like football.
Yeah, it's franchise. It's a franchise model, and it's a terrible model. And that will take me on an hour-long rant that I could go on, but this is a VOD. So
all right, let's stop tangenting then.
Yeah, but yeah, like they were playing in the minor league anyways. Where I was going with and. Clockwork Vendetta, and they were all one tricks, and they never switched off of their team comp, and they played the same team comp every single map, and no matter what, and they would beat contenders teams. They would win against academy teams, and like what that goes to show to me, like is like it's all about having fun, guys. Like even at the top level, like there's never a point like where you're gonna get to okay, I need to stop having fun and just try hard if I want to be good at this game. No, it's the players who are having fun who are the ones who are successful. And I don't want you guys to like ever play a team comp like because you feel like you ought to do it. If you guys are having fun on that ball comp for the first 2 points and you're just rolling, all of a sudden you lose a couple team fights, you shouldn't think, let's just use our ults and switch to rush. That's not what you should think at all. Like I don't think so. I would say, you know what, just keep playing your characters, and if you lose, you lose. Like, oh well, like just have fun and like meme around in scrims. Like you will learn faster that way. Like it's like taking things too seriously will hurt the learning process. I see so many players at your guys' rating like range try harding when I'm like, if you were just memeing around, you would have so many aha moments where you'd be like, oh, so I didn't know that my character could do that, or I didn't know that was a strength of my character. But you guys are so set in your ways that like you're not thinking outside the box at all, and that only happens when you meme around. There's so many players like Red Shell, who's just like Lucio one trick, who spawn camps in GM, and he understands Lucio better than any player ever, other than maybe Funny Astro, because like he just memes around, and he's like number 15 on the rating ladder. He's so freaking good, and he like everyone calls him a thrower, but he's so good. Like I want you guys to be those types of players because they have more fun and they learn faster. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
I think the main thing for me is like I guess like I see myself as kind of like analytical to a degree, and so I'm trying to learn how the different things function, so that way I can play against it, kind of thing. More so is what I'm looking at right now. I want to know the basics of the composition more so than perfecting the composition right now. No,
yeah.
It's my stage.
And I will go over those things because they need to be understood fundamentally. But I seriously think like the fundamentals like are not required until like 3.7 KSR. And that's kind of like the fundamentals of team comp knowledge are not required until like 3.7 SR, 3.7 KSR. the fundamentals of just how your character gets value and how you play individually is what can get you to about 4.1k SR in this game. Like, the player base does not understand how to play this game. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, the only people who really understand like the game at a proficient, like, solid level in every situation, like, those players are instantly 4.4k at least. So I think that, like, you shouldn't try to like, eat your candy before your vegetables, if that makes sense. Like, you're
I love
skipping
my
over
fucking
things.
candy though.
Yeah, because it's fun to learn about compositions and everything, and you're the same way as me. So you're probably gonna run into the same things.
And then you get
that I
into
run
ranked and you have these apes.
Exactly.
I know, right? I know,
Why are you
right?
doing that? Why? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think that's why I've started climbing, because I've been starting to just play what I know I'm good at, and I've been able to just carry my, because I was always trying to play, you know, what's the correct thing you should play.
No, you shouldn't do that. What you should, like, the most helpful thing, the most helpful epiphany for me at your rating range was, okay, I know, like, I used to think that the SR, like, the SR was just not correct for me. I thought, like, all my teammates are bad, and I don't, like, the SR rating is just somehow wrong. But then I had to realize, okay, if I'm where I ought to be, and all these teammates are really bad, then that means the opponents are also really bad. And I'm trying to play too good. And all I need to do to win is just punish my opponent's mistakes. I don't need to play well myself at all. Like, as Orisa, like, what I would do at 2.8k is I would sit right here, shield, and my team would be backing up because the payload would be right here, and I would just be shooting into their backline and getting kills. That's what I would do to climb. And that's what you could do to this team. This team is bad enough where that would work, but you guys are not even trying. Like, you guys are you guys are respecting them so much because you guys are trying to do the quote unquote correct thing, that they're actually getting more value than they would if you would just completely disrespect them and play the way that you want to play. It's kind of funny how it is that way. Like, if once you, like, it was so crazy for me once I started challenging players, like, are you really good at the game? Let me check. I'm gonna flank you and just, like, halt to your backline and see if you guys are just gonna stand still. And they would stand still, and I'm like, oh, so that's why I'm in this SR, because I'm not punishing these idiots on the enemy team. And then that's when I started climbing. I got to, like, 3.3, 3.4, and then players started to not make those same mistakes, and then I got into another plateau. Once you get to that SR range, I'll tell you how to get out of there. But for now, like, you guys should just work on your individual things. Unfortunately, how you get better individually is mostly just one-on-one VOD review sessions, because I've seen a ton of micro errors from each of you. Micro meaning individual mistakes. I don't see a ton of macro errors from you guys. I don't see, like, you guys positioning, like, as a team in a bad way. But all of you guys are getting, like, 3/4 or 2/3 of the value that you each could be getting individually if you had min-maxed your own value. And that's why you lose team fights. It has nothing to do with your team positioning or your team coordination or anything like that. It's just that you guys are, like, individually not using your cooldowns correctly. Or, like, for an example, maybe our Mercy might heal when they should be damage boosting, or a Hanzo might not use the Storm Arrow often enough, or our Soldier might not position as aggressively as they ought to, or our Sigma might use their left shift in an incorrect manner that, like, doesn't punish them. Like, there's so many. I could come up with dozens of examples, and that is most productively fixed in one-on-one VOD review sessions. So if you ever, like, I do VOD review sessions almost every single day, and I do a ton of one-on-one sessions. So you guys, like, should just whisper me, or not, like, DM me and just ask me, like, hey, can we do, like, a one-on-one session? Like, I'm free all Sunday and all of Monday, so just let me know.
Sick.
Yeah, so I don't work either of those 2 days, so just let me know for that. I'll go over, like, the rest of this map, but
Do you accept VOD, doing a VOD review of a VOD review of my coach doing a VOD review of me?
I do, actually.
Okay. That was meant as a meme.
That is a weird question, sir.
I have been doing teaching my whole life, whether it's like tutoring math or piano or coaching wrestling.
math?
Like, yeah, like I do
Yo.
all sorts of teaching. So I am very good at like the learning process. I've done a lot of reading on it and stuff. So, and Overwatch is my current passion, and it's been my passion for the last couple of years. So I've gotten pretty
That's
good
pretty
at it as well.
Show me your edumacates.
Yeah, I don't see you guys like making like big errors. I just see you guys not using your ults when you ought to, or like missing opportunities to get slightly better ults that would build up and like snowball over time. It's not that's the frustrating like point of like teams in your SR range who are asking for team VOD reviews. It's like, it's not relevant to be completely honest, but I feel bad saying that. But you guys seem all cool. Like you understand that it's nothing personal against you guys. It's just you guys are not punishing these opponents. I want to just see what these. You guys say this Widowmaker is really good. I want to see your general mechanics. That was weird.
Pretty sure they're like a 3.5k or something like that was what it was.
See, the thing is, I think this is their Smurf, because this guy was playing on the Masters team, but then all of a sudden he was starting on the Masters team for this team, and then all of a sudden now he's on the 2.8 team.
And they had a sub already, so my guess is that they might have had him like come down.
Yeah, I could see it.
But
He definitely has he definitely understands movement pretty well. He's definitely not a GM Widow, but he's like I could definitely see him as a 3.5k player.
Yeah, this account Sev was 3.3p.
Okay. So here's an example of what I would kind of do in a VOD review, a one-on-one VOD review session. Let's see. So, like, I'm just gonna pick on Raijin. So this is good positioning as soldier. I like this. I would say, okay, good. You're shooting at this like Hanzo. Shooting too much at this at the Reinhardt as opposed to the Hanzo's right next to him. This is okay. There's not much to go on here. And then instantly, I would start saying you should never play on the left side as soldier, because the only thing that you can see is this window, whereas you can see there's a lot of them, and like including their DPS who are going right side. And if you're playing right here, you could decide if you're going to shoot this left like hallway or if you're going to shoot here. So it's better to rotate around to right side and then shoot their squishies. The whole point
it also creates an off angle and a crossfire too, I think, right?
It does. And the thing is, off angles are important under the assumption that all of them are playing behind their Reinhardt, because their Reinhardt can only control one angle. And if you're off angling, that means that you can shoot the players that the Reinhardt is trying to shield, but their players are not even playing behind their Reinhardt shield. So like as soldier, like you want to burn down the Rein shield so you can shoot the people behind it, but if they're not even playing behind their Reinhardt shield, then you can just kill them. And we're shooting the Reinhardt shield like for no reason. It's like, no, you're not shooting the Reinhardt shield for the sake of shooting the Reinhardt shield. You're shooting the Reinhardt shield so you can kill the squishies behind it. And if the squishies are not playing behind it, you should be doing that. And okay, I'm a fan of visoring Mercies. If you see those hit markers on that Hanzo, you chase the Hanzo. Go finish off that squishy.
Fuck that winged ass angel bitch.
And then we drop off a high ground for no reason. And we get shattered for it. Their Reinhardt gets no value if we sit on high ground. He's a useless character. We don't even shoot him. We just shoot his Baptiste and his soldier behind him. But we drop off of high ground for no. We're not shooting the Reinhardt for the sake of shooting the Reinhardt. Again, we're shooting his squishies. And if this is one of the strongest high ground positions in the whole game, and if our tanks drop here, it's the same mistake. You shouldn't drop here. If you're a DPS drop and you're playing tank, you stay on high ground, and they get shattered. That doesn't matter. Your value is more important, and you should not be shooting the tanks. You might pull the Reinhardt just so that he doesn't get a swing or two on your DPS, but instantly you should be shooting the Baptiste and the soldier. You should not be shooting the tanks. Things like this.
Yeah, the main thing that I was trying to do was just prevent the Rhine from going in after the shatter.
But then we dropped.
But,
yeah, we have 5 people on low ground now. That goes to show me that like we all need to understand this on an individual level. It's not a team comp thing. It's not team comp specific. This is individual specific. Like, we only lose this fight because their Hanzo has high ground and we don't. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
And as if one of us, like our Sigma, our Orisa, even our like freaking Mercy or our Baptiste, if we had one person sitting on high ground, we might still win that fight. And now we have bad positioning. We lost the high ground, which was what you're supposed to use to stop them from capping this point. So now we have to fight out of a bad position. And we do, because they freaking stink at this game. What the freak? What did they... I thought we were going to lose that fight. What happened?
The dragons got no value. Because I was able to run through it and then come out
And
on
the Reinhardt
the
just
backside.
ints.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
They
Oh,
have counter dragons to cut out their healers.
I hate plat players, bro. Ugh.
Hey man,
I
we're
hate
trying
myself
out here.
too. I hate
trying
myself
out
too.
Nah, like, you guys aren't plats in my mind. You guys are like diamonds that just don't know what they're doing yet. Like, these guys are just straight up plats. Like, I don't know what to say.
End my suffering, give me my sweet release. I yearn for death.
I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. I love this. I love this.
The little reason just climb up the robot.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Remember?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember we were talking about it in Poseidon's VOD review. I just find it funny that like I whip a shield up there for the Hanzo and then I'm like, all right, I'm coming.
I'm coming. Nice
Fucking
position.
mountain
I had
goat.
no idea that was a thing.
Oh, you didn't know?
I had no idea.
Okay, so we'll
Yeah,
explain it
if you
again.
use the left-hand tread, and with
jump in
Orisa,
the
she's a
tread?
little bit thick, so you gotta jump like right at the peak. But with most people with only 2 legs, you can just walk up to the top of it and then jump straight up with a jump crouch, and then
Yeah,
jump crouch onto the right-hand
like
side.
Soldier, like I could just sprint up there.
Yeah, you can even jump up here.
You don't
jump
even
up
need- you don't
here,
even need
jump up
rocket.
here. Yeah, you don't need
I
rocket.
mean, rocket would speed you up if it's like a rushed thing. Like I would say, like you could walk up the tread, rocket up to the top right there, and
Yeah.
then jump up if you need to go fast. But that's only if you need to go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They intentionally designed this so that you can get to high ground without having to go all the way, like, through here.
Dude, that's a revelation. Like I just had no idea that existed.
And the thing is, there are some
Let's
players
watch
in
the
plat
mountain
that...
goat one more time.
there are some plat players that know that exists, but they don't use it because they don't understand that high ground is important, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, I just like I think that's one problem I have. My map awareness is bad. Like that's why I've been trying to play Tracer a lot, because it's been improving my map awareness. Just because like,
Yeah.
I have to know what I'm doing, where I'm going.
You can do it, girl.
Yeah,
You got this.
Throwing something up for Hanzo to keep him safe while I try it again. There we go.
Nice. Okay. So... I love it. We're on the high ground. It seems like we conceptually understand that high ground is a good thing to have. I want to see how long it takes us to drop. We're not dropping and we're winning. PogChamp.
Well, our Hanzo dropped
Oh.
early, but he has a way to climb up quickly,
Yeah.
so it's kind of
Oh, no.
negligible.
Feels bad, man. We just got outplayed. But I'm glad that you guys got outplayed trying to do the correct thing. Oh yeah, if you're Hanzo here, you don't even contest. Don't even try to contest. Like, you just sit on the high ground. It's not your job. You have a Valkyrie Mercy. Yeah, and then this is basically positionally lost. The only way that we win this is if they, like, legit just play really badly, which looks like their Reinhardt knows how to do. Then we walk in front of our shield because of the dragons, and then we die.
Yeah, I didn't really have an option. It was
Yeah.
like, well, I die or I die.
Yeah.
Let's die a little slower.
Rocking a hard place, but they're taking so long to kill us. We're coming back from spawn. Oh no. Oh, and then our Bap tries to touch. Bad play. Don't do that. You died for that.
Just stay off and
Yep.
click it.
It's not
whatever
if
thick
it's-
boy goes on.
If it's conceptually not your job to touch, you shouldn't try to touch. You will often see, like, it's much more common to see C9s in Grandmaster than it is to see them in Plat, because in Plat they go like everyone tries to touch the payload, so you don't see 9, but you lose the fight. But the GMs, like, they always prioritize winning the team fight, so sometimes like they'll win the team fight at the expense of the point just out of habit, and I think that's a better habit to have, of just not touching the payload and getting that value, staying on high ground. And like, if you're playing with platinum players, they're gonna drop. Okay, I do have some IRL stuff to get to eventually, so let's finish this one up. We'll go through this map. Now that we know what we're talking about, I'm just gonna go through it quickly and go through some specific. Yeah, what's up?
No, forget it.
Yeah, that's right. Just kidding.
Did we want to touch on double bubble? Because I'm still
Yeah,
not entirely
that's
sure.
what,
How...
Okay.
that's what I was gonna do.
Okay, so what map then?
but,
That was Anubis.
that was Anubis.
Okay, I'll get.
It should be on screen code, but yeah, it's Temple of Anubis. I just wasn't sure, just after what I heard of the double bubble, I
Yeah.
just wasn't sure if y'all wanted this or not. So.
I'd still like to know how it's supposed to work, even if we're not going to use it, just so that way,
Yeah.
like, if someone else uses it, I know, oh, they fucked that up. Let's punish that kind of thing. That's
Yeah,
more
yeah.
my point of view.
So I see a root blizzard. No, this is the wrong scrim. So I'm looking.
Did you guys give him the scrim code?
I don't see
It's
it.
Temple of Anubis, bottom one. I'll send it to you.
Oh,
directly.
Temple of Anubis, bottom.
There you
I
go.
don't.
There you go. I just sent it to you directly.
Oh, I'm looking at the Poseidon scrim cuts. That's why. I'm like, I don't see it.
Yo, we don't even go over 2 CP. We expect to lose it. It's fine.
Yeah, 2 CPs.
That's how we play 2 CP. If we
2CP
win it,
roll.
we win it. If not, then whatever.
Oh well, we
them to
win
Say
the
la
other
vie.
one.
Yeah, we'll just win the other ones. It's fine, guys.
The trick to winning 2 CP is to pretend that
Popping 6 ults.
it's to no, it's to pretend that the point doesn't exist and just try to win the team fight. Okay, so we're
I
playing.
firmly believe it's pop 6 ults and win.
I mean, that's winning the team fight. So, hey, not mutually exclusive. I like the jump. Do we bubble? We do bubble. We do bubble after. Not bad so far.
You're already doing better than Calm.
I don't like that jump. Okay, so
So what's the process for double bubble other than the initial jump in with Zarya bubble? Like what's the point past it? What is the crux of how the team is supposed to win other than slowly pushing in to make space for everyone else to kind of move in? Because right
do
now
nothing.
it's creating a little bit of space.
You do nothing, and at least as Monkey, you do nothing. You build up your nano. Like, you literally just like sit right here, take damage from their Fire Strike and from their Torb and from their Bap and from their Widow. Sit right here, get healed up by the Ana, take more damage, build up nano, then go in, and then you get to play as aggressive as you would have gotten to without nano season 3. But that's whatever.
Is Ana supposed to stay down there, like chilling in that room?
The
building
Ana
that
can rotate if, against a good team that was playing Orisa instead of Reinhardt, this rotation would be a complete throw because you get pulled and you get killed. But against these guys who are like looking at our Winston instead of the Ana, which is our win condition, you can do whatever you want. It's it's
my mindset is like I was trying to just like keep their attention on me for the time being, like just keep using the jump to like, hey, look at me, I'm a monkey, hoo, banana,
yeah.
and then drop off every single time.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we were trying to do that time. We were trying to rotate the whole team up top.
Like, you need to wait for your own bubble as Winston before you go in again. Where are you? Yeah, you're still 6 seconds to your bubble, so this is going in too early. That's the struggle with Winston. He only gets a little bit of value when he has both his jump and his bubble, and he's getting bubbled by Zarya. And until he has that again, he can't do these types of jumps. Like, you should die. Yeah, you die for this. Like, I would have bet like $50 that you died there. That's the sad part. You have to play at a very slow. You have to play. You play as aggressively as they allow you to, but any team that's above like 2300 average is not going to let you do those jumps without dying. So you kind of.
So
just
would
need
the
to build
play
up
here
mana.
would have been to like go like basically under bridge to kind of like threaten as if I'm going to walk to point, so that way the team still focuses on me without putting myself in danger, and then I would have jump to potentially go on the Widow, which I don't need the bubble for necessarily right away, and then by the time I have bubble back, I'd have jump back again to go on them to create more space for everyone to keep rotating off the high ground.
I would just sit here.
Okay.
I was gonna say, see, Elena's gonna do all this talking, and he's just gonna tell him just sit under this.
I would sit right here. I don't like jumping against Widows because they headshot me as I'm jumping, even if I'm like dodging somehow, and then all of a sudden I'm 200 health as I land, and then I get Sig shot once, and then she just sprays me with her machine gun and she dies. Just so you know, Winston does not. Like, Winston loses the interaction versus Widowmaker, and that's really sad in my opinion. But he does.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he won that.
Nope. It's so frustrating.
He wins it now with her health, but like
Nope, he
a
doesn't.
good Widow just fucks up a monkey too.
Yeah, a good Widowmaker, like if a good Winston versus a good Widowmaker, the Winston just respects her. And the only time that a Winston will ever go into the Widowmaker is if he starts off by going over here, jumping through here, and then like sneaking up right here and then catching her off guard. But like against a really good team, they're going to be calling out that the Winston's making that jump because he can't make that jump without going through here, and that's completely visible. No, everyone knows what he's going for. So the Widowmaker's just going to go over to here, and then there's nothing the Monkey can do. There's literally nothing. And Monkey's a joke character right now. It's really sad how they balanced him. I could go on a rant about why they nerfed him and how they're just trying to get the China dollars out of Shanghai by buffing Ball, but it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. They buffed Ball
So would Ball Zarya be worth a damn then?
Zarya is a joke character as well. Ball Diva
Oof.
is like,
Oof.
yeah, like no player above like 4.1k like thinks that Zarya is a viable pick, and that's in ranked.
She's so much fun.
She's so much fun, bro. She's like the best character in this game to play, and Winston's so much fun. I love it. And then
they nerfed her energy, and all of a sudden,
all the DLC characters like Somber and Orisa and Ball and Sigma, who are not fun to play, but are so good. It's so annoying.
They're fun to play. Get the fuck out of here.
I do not like Horse Lady. Horse Lady is boring as fuck.
You speak for yourself. Echo's fun.
I love playing Echo.
Echo's
I love
fun to
playing
play.
Sombra.
Okay, Echo,
I
like
love playing Day.
all of the DLC characters are fun to play, but terrible to play against. Winston
They're
is
fun to play with, not to
That's
eat.
the point.
yeah. Winston is fun to play
I
against
want real
and
bad
with. That like he doesn't feel unfair when he beats you, whereas the other characters is like okay they just did like hashtag just Sigma things. I don't know. Like
I want to take your ability to play the game away. It makes me feel good.
well, yeah.
I have a complex.
It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside just seeing you struggle.
Yeah, watching you rage because I just hacked you for the 3rd time in a row makes me laugh.
Dude, Sombra's I hate that character.
Now,
that guy.
like, the thing is, like, if I, being serious, you sit here as Winston because you can't do anything, but a lot of the things that you are saying are good fundamental knowledge if you were playing, like, in Season 3 of Overwatch. Like, you obviously are a smart player, and you can figure out, like, the strengths of characters, but, like, you need to be, like, in order to consistently win games in Diamond as Monkey, you need to be good enough to get to 4.5k as him. Like, that's how, like,
Damn.
crazy it is. Like, if you,
Basically what he's saying is if you don't play meta, you just lose.
Unfortunately...
Feels like League, man.
Yeah, it's just
that's
like
not really.
Oh, I remember that.
Well, obviously, like certain things. But
No,
it's just...
like I'm exaggerating. That's not true. Like you can win games up to GM as Monkey, but like it's so much harder. Like it feels like you're playing with one hand behind your back. Like it's just so annoying. It's so annoying to play Monkey, and that's coming from a Monkey main. And it's kind of funny because I was watching like Red Shell, if you know who that is, it's the Lucio main I was talking about earlier. And he was asking his chat, like, who do you guys main? And like me and a couple other guys said Winston. He's like, Winston? What do you guys freaking like have like a submission fetish or something? Like, gosh dang. Like he just dies to everyone. Gosh dang. But anyways, I want to see this shot. Oh. Oh. I'm
But
ready.
we try it again.
We
Let's
go again.
Again.
Oh. Oh. Widowmaker is so strong in this map. And Monkey does nothing to stop it. Like, Ball can roll through main, or he can roll through left side. And then he can, like, roll through, like, in his next grapple. And then he can actually come up here without being headshot. And then he can make another roll through play, and he just commands so much space. Whereas Monkey, like, has way less mobility, way less damage, way less health, less everything. Like, it's just... I think he has more personality. He's more fun to play. Like he has
Monkeys. Oh yeah, this is where I was wondering what they were saying in chat. I watched back the VOD and now I realize what's happening.
Yeah. So the goal was to try and feed some ult charge for Ana to get fucking Nano.
Yeah, but then no one shot.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, now that you have like good, I like this. You dead for it though. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Feels Monkey, man.
Yeah. I was trying to tell
And then we're trying to
Tanner
go in.
on
We
the
don't have a
turret at
monkey.
the same time.
No.
I was trying to get him to like right click, left click it, and then we like insta kill.
This is how I feel about this match.
Wait, what happened?
Same honestly.
This is how I feel
Internal
about this
screaming
match.
intensifies.
Wait, what happened?
This is how I feel about this match.
Dude,
Monkey died
honestly.
and everyone went in. Is what he's.
Huh?
It was a horrible match.
I'm gonna go get to the bedrock.
So what happened that was so bad?
It's
Everything.
Monkey died, everyone went in.
Yeah, everything went wrong. Okay, Nano Monkey. Oh no, too early.
Oh yeah, and I was stuck up there. Fuck.
No! Then you have to primal. And then your Ana gets killed. This is so sad.
Well, maybe Monkey might win against the Widow.
With primal. But then he still doesn't kill her.
No, I was
That's
1 HP. I was doing it more to keep her from getting sightlines on main as everyone was advancing. That was the goal of that. It wasn't to actually duel her.
Feels bad. All you can do as Monkey is isolate one character.
I'm like making you not play the game. Sombra
Okay.
peeking around the corner.
They're playing back.
Yes.
You can nano the monkey. Go in. Nano him. He used bubble. Feels bad, man. He's still not getting nanoed. Oh no. And they nano are a Sigma. I mean, I guess it's... I guess that's okay. Yeah, Nano the good character. I have no words. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if we're winning or
We're playing
losing.
Overwatch. Can't you tell?
Like this
Don't
looks
worry.
like I'm watching like a competitive team deathmatch at the like gold rating. Like nothing is happening like of strategic value whatsoever, and we're trying to like play strategically, and that's what makes it sad. If we were all playing deathmatch and just like playing characters that we were having fun on, or like if we were literally like. If you were playing Monkey and you were like, I literally don't care about helping my team whatsoever, I'm just going to do funny things, you would be getting more value than what you got there. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, it's really sad.
Just trying to cha-cha smooth on the fucking Widow as much as I can.
Or anyone. Like, just like jump up onto the Widow to force her to rotate and just say, hello. Just spam hello. And then just hide. And just
Curious.
Yeah, just spam voice lines and just be funny and have fun with it, and it's gonna confuse the Widowmaker, and then it's gonna cause like chaos, and there's actual strategic value to it and everything. It's it's kind of funny how just having fun and like messing around will get you more value.
So on defense here, I was told when I was initially being drafted that we played double bubble on this, and then people watch for when they're coming through the choke and tell me when they're coming through the choke so I can go get cleave.
That's correct.
I'm assuming that's okay.
What Winston does very well is he tases the rotations. They have to rotate from here to here. Honestly, if they're gonna go through the left side, they should have like rolled through from left side. But like it looks like they're taking the long way, so we get more spam. And this is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
I don't know if you used your self bubble there. Yeah, you should have stayed there and just used your self bubble and then just jumped out.
The Reaper was so close, I wanted to jump, reset it, and then use my bubble to get back down to then get Zarya bubble to reset it so I could keep fighting them for even longer.
Fair enough.
That was the aim.
Yeah, you don't.
I tried to duel the Widow. Yeah.
Using your jump to commit is a haha play funny. They should have punished you for that. So.
Yeah.
That's just a bad play by them.
But I got her XD.
But haha.
Oh, that's.
Did you just out loud say XD?
Yes.
Yeah, you died for those. What is that? You jumped in without nano as a monkey? Yeah, you're dead. It would have been. It would have been no cap, 100% more value for you to literally just spawn camp the Widowmaker as opposed to do that.
Oh yeah, that's one of my questions. So like with stuff like Widow or like Ana as Tracer, do I get value by just spawn camping them?
Every time.
Like, okay.
Every time, baby.
Because their zone's so fucking massive, isn't it? It's like playing against a fucking general. If you could just stop that from being there, it's.
I mean, if
so
they're
much
playing,
value.
if they're a super high level Widowmaker, then yeah, like if you like, it's kind of funny how the sadistic players like Red Shell or like Frogger or like Jonak. I don't know, like you guys have never seen Jonak play ranked because he only plays on the Korean servers. But I would like watch him play on his YouTube channel, and I would have to just like not understand anything he was saying because I wanted to watch him play. And literally, he spawn camps people on Diva, like in 4.4K. Like he'll literally just kill someone and spawn camp them.
Micro missile's strong.
Yeah, man, and he'll just matrix everything they do and kill them, and he'll just like sit and spawn, and like he'll have the opportunity to go back and help his team while they're in spawn, and he won't do it. He's like, I want the spawn camps because they're funny. Like that is, funny enough. That's how you climb, bro. Yeah, it's sad. Like, none of the characters on our team can do anything to a rush, so we need to get proper cleave on them in their rotations, or else they'll eventually just walk up onto our Zarya, and she won't have anything she can do. Okay, we're on Reinhardt, okay.
Yeah.
They're playing Reapers, so we can't...
To...
The unfortunate, like, matter, like, fact of the matter, whatever, how you say that, is that since they have a Baptiste Lucio and a Reaper, those are like good rush characters, and we're playing Echo Tracer on a Mercy, and those are bad rush characters, and we have no Diva to help you. So if you are ever in a scenario where their Ryan can hit you with his hammer, you're throwing. It's as simple as that. As Reinhardt here, I would play literally like in this corner.
Even with Zarya bubble trades?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but in this rating range, they won't be able to punish you. So I guess you can swing with Zarya bubble, and they're not even pushing into you. Like if they push into you, they win for free. Fortunately, it's literally only the Reinhardt who pushes into you, but then they still win. Oh, so annoying. I hate this. Yeah, like we're playing a spam comp with like Echo Tracer.
Well, the call was to slowly swap towards Brawl.
Well, the thing is, I wanted to swap initially, but the problem is, I guess
huge.
We were just so close. Yeah, I think we ended up bringing this back.
Oh my gosh, 2 CP lol. Oh yeah, and you swung against the Reaper. Feels bad, man.
Well, it's either that or I want to walk past my shield.
You just walk backwards, bro. You can keep
He
blocking
walks
him.
faster than me.
No, you do like the little jump, and you like you do the.
He still is faster than you if you're shield hopping.
But
Like
just,
over time, like it's not as
okay,
fast, but
see,
it's
you
Yeah.
say faster, but then Overwatch 2, he gets a 20% movement speed.
Plus, you're getting.
Just
Well,
like his DPS.
Overwatch 2, guys.
Oh wait, oh no, it's not a 20%, it's 10%. My bad.
Yeah, but
Omega
like
launch.
you can like move your shield and like and dance around. Like it's possible. And plus, you're getting
Put
on a
your-
shield,
put
so
your
you would have
DPI
won.
at 2K. Put your DPI at 2K and then just spin.
I didn't mean it like that. I like that pin, but you're not playing. Oh, big value. Oh, no clutch. Yep, we're playing Rush style without Rush characters. They have Reaper and we have Echo. That means we need to play slow. Yep, so there's all the strategic planning or strategic things I could say. Again, one-on-one sessions is where we'd actually get big gains to your SR. And if we work on your individual play, you guys will get up to like 3.2, 3.3k for those who aren't already there. And like all this stuff won't even be relevant. Like those teams you would have just completely steamrolled without even thinking. So it's like not even really worth going over the strategic thinking at that point. So it's like
Did you say no aim, no brain? I'm a Winston main. Let's go.
It's just sort of like the way I see it. You guys are asking about like, oh, I have like a sore toe, like when you walk into the doctor's office and I see that you have a bone literally sticking out of your arm. It's like you got to fix that first, buddy. I'm sorry. You got to work on your individual play. So work on that first. Let's get some one-on-one sessions in, and then we'll make those big gains. Does anyone have any